nonetheless, through all of the headache and the hardship and the almost unfathomable decimation, everyone here in the EN30 under 30 in the room and online has still shone through. And this is not just an occasion, this is not just a single day, this is something that will now stick with you for the rest of your careers. To have the EN30 under 30 accolade on any CV or LinkedIn profile is something that everyone should absolutely be proud of. So the industry has, of course, been a little bit decimated this year. And I just wanted to throw at you a couple of numbers, because I think one of the biggest issues we have as an industry is that we are quite fragmented. And I know everyone here generally represents the exhibitions and trade fair sector, but the industry at large is much more than that. £84 billion in direct spend is the figure we use to articulate the scale of the events industry to government. And that includes everything from cultural events to music events, including weddings as well, which is £14 billion on its own. Some of you may have seen £70 billion floating around. Yes, that's correct. But when we add weddings, it does take it up to 84. And it's important we all chime the same number. More specifically, in your case, everyone, the value of direct spend of exhibitions and trade fairs to the UK annually is £11 billion. And on top of that, the UK exports £2 billion of exhibition services internationally every year, making it a top 10 exporter. Let no one ever tell you that this industry doesn't matter. You're not party planners. You are a serious, very important tool and a massive piece of the economic scene that the UK will rely on, particularly now Brexit is back on the agenda. But of course, as the industry does face an unprecedented crisis, there is only one direction, and that is up. We are only going to be able to build back, but let's build back better. And that is why we are adamant that we were going to be going ahead with the EN30 under 30 this year, because it's never been more important to recognise aspiring talent. I'm not going to say young talent, because you're all very old, approaching your 30s. Okay, it has never been more important to build back, and it is going to be on you as much as anyone else to make sure that we build back this industry better. All those things that we said we wanted to do, to address things like sustainability, diversity, inclusion, all these things matter. We now have the perfect platform from which to build. What do you want the industry to be? Now is the time to drive that forward. Don't be afraid to have those conversations. People around the world are united by this virus, and if there is any silver lining, the future can only be brighter. But everyone has a role to play, and especially everyone here inducted in the class of 2020. So what can you do? I think everyone here has a responsibility to inspire their colleagues and to the younger generation who are coming up behind you as well. Offer inspiration, as we saw with Tom earlier on. One day it could be you sitting on that chair telling other people about how this accolade sent your career in a different direction and what other doors it opened. Never be afraid to try and inspire someone, because you're already doing that, and it's very important. And of course, to reiterate something else that Tom said earlier on, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Okay, we all experience anxiety, we can all be shy, but nothing should ever stop you from putting yourself out there. Are there panel sessions at International Confex, for example, that you've spotted that you think you can contribute to? Is there something missing from the agenda? Why don't you put that forward? Do you want to write a 450-word column for Exhibition News? Or if you can't write or don't feel comfortable, do you think you should be interviewed? Get in touch. Put yourself out there on social media. LinkedIn is a very vital tool, particularly in our industry, our B2B world. So make sure your profile is up to date. But don't be afraid to put your opinions out there and your thoughts, because people will listen to you. Your personal brand is going to matter. And of course, don't be afraid to engage with your local MP and of course your local regional and even national media. If you're hearing over the radio that the events industry is being given a bad rap or being ignored completely, what's stopping you writing into a newspaper or a radio station and telling them exactly how important we are? You need to be voices for the industry. You need to be champions as well. Does your MP fully know exactly what the value of the industry is? Many of them don't, let me tell you that. But why don't you write to them? Everyone has a responsibility to save this industry and to make it better. Don't sit there waiting for someone else to do it. So we want to restructure our industry when we come back. We know we can do that. I just want to reiterate that everyone has that responsibility, so don't be afraid to put yourself forward. And we will, of course, be calling upon you to join us at round tables, preferably in person, but the online format can work as well. We want to hear from you all the time. And when we do call upon you, we really would like it if you could join us. Right, so I'm going to stop rambling there, and I'm now going to say a quick round of thanks to our supporting partners who have made this event possible this year. And of course, that's Visit by GES and LiveBuzz. Without those guys, the event today wouldn't be happening. And of course, I think if you just take a look around, you'll believe a thanks is owed to the Odeon as well. Aniseed, Onward Display, and the Association of Event Organisers have always been fantastic partners to us, and we're delighted that they're supporting us again this year in slightly more unusual circumstances. Okay, so this is how things are going to roll. Let me just find my place on the page. Here we are. We are going to run through everybody's name and a little short biography. When I call your name, I'm going to ask you, come up to the stage on that set of steps over there. You must have your face mask on when you're walking up here, but when you're standing over there by the board furthest away on the left as you look at the stage, you are able to remove the mask, okay, because then you are absolutely 100% safe. We're going to have a quick socially distanced photograph. Don't pick up that trophy. That's for display purposes only for the photographs. All right, don't try and run off with it. All right, there are guards outside and you will be tackled in the lobby. We will make sure that you get proper awards later on, and that's as simple as that. So now we are going to crack on straight away, and I think the first person up on the list, a round of applause, if you will, to Alessandra Leonard, who is Marketing Project Manager at Easy Fares. So come up to the stage. Alessandra has delivered exceptional results across all projects, including revenue, attendance, and research feedback. But what sets her apart is her incredible passion, commitment, and adaptability, which ensures that she continues to improve year on year in a very driven and ambitious organisation. Next up, a round of applause, please, for Alexandra Loveday, Account Manager at Hive Group. Alex has been recognised by many of the management team as having great potential to progress quickly within the company, predominantly due to attitude and behaviour towards work. It's always nice to hear someone's well behaved at work. Dedication to the company, a clear passion for the industry, and a clear, concise and unique way of communicating. There's little doubts flourish the company industry. Third up, a round of applause please for Amy Cunnington, Business Development Manager at Clarion Events. Now, Amy is a high-performing salesperson in all roles, consistently hitting and exceeding targets. She has a proven track record across multiple industries, as well as different types of events across digital and sponsorship. Her results in lockdown have been impressive, as has her ability to retain and grow accounts. A commercial superstar, it says, as well. Okay, so next up, a round of applause, please, for another Amy, this time Amy Neville, a marketing executive at Hive Group. Round of applause for Amy, please. Amy's results across digital and social channels has been second to none. Her strategic thinking and dedication to keeping on top of the latest best practices makes her stand out, and the testimonies from senior management demonstrate how highly she's thought of at such a young stage in her career. A real start for the future. Okay, so next up, a round of applause, please, for Beth Welcome, Data Manager at Easy Fares. Beth's made significant impact on the data department at Easy Fares since day one, apparently, reorganising the data team and processes, taking on management of a struggling team of 3 and turning around their performance to excellence. Beth has revitalised and refocused the data to achieve impressive and record-breaking revenue and visitor growth. Do you want a job? Next up, a round of applause, please, for Catherine Chin, Senior Marketing Executive at Easy Fares. Round of applause, please, for Catherine, who's made a huge impact during her time in event marketing. She is approachable, dedicated and knowledgeable. She's incredibly adaptable and shows great willingness and versatility for managing any given situation with ease. She has been invaluable in helping to organise and execute all campaigns during the uncertainty and strange times over recent months for both the event industry and industries her events operate within. Next up, please, a round of applause for Chloe Richardson from Asia Events. Well done, Chloe. Chloe's work for over half of the world's top organisers across many continents, delivering exceptional sales results. Her industry profile has never been higher, nor has her reputation. An exceptional commercial mind with outstanding commercial results. Drop your CV into us as well, I think. Okay, next up, a round of applause, please, for Danica Bacon, Senior Operations Executive at EasyFares. Now, Danica's career has flown in her 3 years at EasyFares from operations assistant to the point where she is fully responsible for the operations management of international shows and significant budgets. Her prowess also meant that she has brought back the end of lockdown to manage the health and safety for the EasyFares return to work. Next up, let's see, where are we? Here we go. A round of applause, please, for Grace Riley, Client Event Manager at Hive. Well done, Grace. Grace moved into the project management role from a background in marketing and thoroughly hit the ground running. Since taking on the position in September over this year, she's been instrumental in strengthening and developing the relationships of their key accounts and clients across BET globally. The results she has achieved at BET London in 2020 were exceptional. Okay, fantastic. Now this one threw me out because this is the same name as the Group Executive Director at Excel Centre, and he's definitely over 30. Next up, a round of applause, please, for James Rees, Senior Commercial Executive at Montgomery Events. Well done, James. Where are you? There you are. Out of the 24 sales professionals on the team, James has ranked at the very top of the 1920 performance review, despite having significantly less experience than most of his peers. The year-on-year growth in James's performance was remarkable, considering that he'd never done exhibition sales prior to joining in May 2018. Testament to his sales acumen. He shows considerable leadership potential and is one to watch. Okay, next up, a round of applause, please, for Katie Gray, Marketing Manager at EasyFares. EasyFares sweeping the board this year. Katie has a passion and flair for events, which is wildly apparent from her sheer dedication to her events in the industry as a whole. She's progressed her career at a rapid rate for a young under-30 professional and is ambitious to continue on the steep trajectory. Since joining the Lab Innovations, she's already delivered against key targets, including page turn, attendance, a new matchmaking system, launching new features, and a series of online events. Next up, a round of applause, if you will, please, for Katia Moore. Well done, Katia, who's Special Events Manager at Clarion Events. Katia started with Clarion with just one area of responsibility: deliver all social networking events affiliated with ICE London. Since then, she's taken on responsibility for social networking events on all 12 of Clarion Gaming's events, managing the customer services team and delivering all award ceremonies, including launching 3. She's a true game changer with a strong teamwork ethic and authentic leadership style, whom we are all incredibly proud to work with. You can tell I didn't write that, and feel that she deserves this recognition. Definitely going down a belt size here. Next up, a round of applause, please, for Kaylee Williams, Operations Executive at Montgomery. Well done, Kaylee. When Kaylee joined Montgomery, she barely knew what a trade show was, apparently. Since then, she's embraced the industry with wholehearted enthusiasm. She takes every opportunity on offer to learn more skills, meet more people, and understand everything about trade shows and why they take place. She's now responsible for training and mentoring junior operations staff coming into the business. A round of applause, please, for Maisie Worcester, Event Operations Manager at Quartz Business Media. Starting with no prior experience in the events industry or in an operational role, Maisie's attention to detail is quite extraordinary, and her ability to plan ahead and manage multiple projects at the same time has meant that Quartz Business Media has been able to launch several new events in the last 12 months without the need to expand the operations team. She's truly made the role of operations manager at QBM her own. Next up, a round of applause, please, for Samuel O'Connell, Marketing and Intelligence Manager at EasyFares. Sam is an incredibly accomplished and mature senior marketer at just 28, who succeeds not only in smashing targets, but also contributes to high-level marketing strategy across an extensive global portfolio of events, steering multiple marketing teams, improving marketing processes and results across page turn the region. He's even turned his hand to on-site rebook and achieved an 80% success rate. Okay, we've got one more in the room before we turn to our online audience. So a round of applause, please, for Tabitha Neal, Operations Manager at Event Shaper. Well done, Tabitha. Tabs, as she's colloquially known here, has worked on every type of event from small consumer shows in racecourse venues to trade shows in China. Any event you give to her, you know will be delivered to perfection. Tabs not only has excellent client management skills, but she's also very good at building relationships with contractors and has recently taken a seat on the Cross Association Sustainability Working Group. She's passionate and fully committed to a future career in operations within exhibitions. So now then, not forgetting the members of the class of 2020 who are dialing in via Zoom, please give us a wave, guys, if we can have you back up on the screen. And some smiles. You're all muted, though. That's good. You can't all be chatting over it. Are any of you in a coffee shop, by the way? No? Good, because can I just say that's the worst. When someone's doing a Zoom from a coffee shop, nightmare, because you can hear all the clanging saucepans and all sorts. I don't know why I'm looking there. I know you're looking at me through that camera. Okay, so what we're going to do now, guys, is I'm going to reel off the names of our online attendees, and of course you are just as much as part of this as our audience here in London as well. But if we can have a round of applause for each name as I call them out, and when I do call your name out, online team, give us a wave. Okay, so first of all, Abby Coonan from Hive Group, who is a marketing manager. Give us a wave. Next up, a wave please, Charlotte Hendy, Marketing Manager at Media 10. Emma Lonsdale, Commercial Marketing Manager at Clarion Events. I missed which one she was. Where is she? I can't read all the names. There you are. Very good. Okay, next up, a round of applause please for Gemma Shaw, Sales and Project Manager, Inside Out Events. Next up, a round of applause, please, for George Ince, Demand Marketing Executive at Reed Exhibitions. Next up, a round of applause, please, for Jeremy Coward, Marketing, Content and Community Lead at Informa Tech. Good, solid waving there. Next up, a round of applause, please, for Cara Neal, Marketing Executive at Broadway Events. Oh, I had to crane my neck, that hurts. Shouldn't wear a tie. Next up, Louise Love, Senior Operations Manager at ICHF Events. Next up, a round of applause, please, for Millie Savage, Content Executive at GovNet. Well done, Millie. Very good. Next, a round of applause, please, for Rachel McKee, Senior Campaign Marketer at Informa Tech. Next up, a round of applause, please, for Rihanna Price, Marketing Manager at MA Exhibitions. Next, a round of applause, please, for Sarah Rosenberg, Head of Marketing at Facilitate, part of Clarion Events. Next, a round of applause, please, for Sarah Warwood, Operations Manager at Reed Exhibitions. And last, but by no means least, a round of applause, please, for Tom Burns, Event Director at Vlogger Events. And details of their exceptional achievements, I can add, will be found on the EN30 Under 30 website. We'll make sure you have all the correct links so you can all share that around later. So there you have it. So thank you to all of you for being here today, whether that's in person or joining us remotely. We'll have a raft of virtual and live opportunities of meetups going forward over the next year, no doubt at all. There'll be mentoring sessions and other great networking sessions to bring together the class over the next 12 months. There's going to be a digital supplement in the November-December edition of Exhibition News, which I'm just finding out about as I read it, which probably means I have to write it. Thank you very much. But of course, today is all about you guys, and I do hope you just hang around. I think we are going back up to Oscars. No, we're going where? We're going somewhere else, another club. I heard that, all like I'm mutton. Anyway, from me and from the team at Exhibition News, congratulations to all of you. Very best of luck for the year ahead. Thank you.